Hi everybody and welcome to Fortunate Creations. I'm Kim and this is a channel where we talk about everything to do with crafting. So from amigurumi to weaving and everything in between. If you like crafting and being creative, stick around, you're gonna like it here. This is an episode of Coffee with Kim where we talk about all things to do with creating and who knows what we talk about. So come on in, stick around. It is Tuesday, the day before Valentine's Day. Did it catch you by surprise? If it did, I have a video for you in my shorts. I don't know why that cracks me up every time. The video is called Buy a Plant. And in short, it's saying instead of getting somebody a bouquet of flowers that die in a week, you can go and buy them a plant. Now, each one of these is a little baby plant that I have. Obviously, you're not going to have a nursery of baby plants like I do. Not many people do. But you could literally take a baby plant, stick it in something you already have at home. I'll just show you what it looks like real quick. And you could have, look at that. How pretty would that be? Right in there. Obviously, they'd have the dirt and everything, but come on. I would much rather get that than a bouquet of flowers. Don't get me wrong, I love flowers, but I would rather have flowers I can plant than flowers that are going to die in a week. Although when I do get flowers, a couple days after when they start to droop, I'll hang them upside down and dry them. So I have all my flowers dried as arrangements. So fun news. Well, first of all, let me tell you something about my coffee. I had to be creative with my coffee this morning because I'm out of my Southern Pecan and I'm out of the Dunkin' Donuts coffee that I bought and I'm out of the store coffee that I bought. So, well, I thought I was anyway. So I tried to use one of Mr. Fortunate's hazelnut. I just can't do it. I don't know why. I tried and I just can't do hazelnut coffee. So I was looking in the cabinets for some vanilla extract or some cinnamon. I was going to try to doctor it up a little bit, and I found a box. Who knows how old it is? Probably from when this was a camp, and we built this in 2019. So I found a box of dark roast coffee. So I made a cup. This is the second cup, and I learned from the first cup that it's got to be this much creamer and then the rest coffee because it is so bitter. Anyway, I checked my auto delivery. I do that subscribe and save with Amazon. If you don't know anything about it, I'll put a link in there. Subscribe and save is really cool. All I do is everything I use every month, the toilet paper, the tissues, the paper towels, the cleaning supplies, the coffee, anything you use every month or however, cat litter, I just set it up to automatically come. And it's perfect. Garbage bags, everything. So anyway, I'll put a link in the bottom. You can check it out. I set it up. I highly recommend it. Saves you so much time and hassle. During that whole thing, during the pandemic, when everybody ran out of toilet paper, we quite literally had a room full of it. Well, a closet full of it. So just being prepared. Be creative and be prepared. So anyway, back to my coffee. I checked and my Southern Pecan will be delivered today by 10 p.m. Thank you. Thank you, Amazon. So, all right, so now the fun story. So yesterday, I don't know if I mentioned to you guys or not, but I was applying to be a substitute teacher or a teacher's aide at my alma mater, at my high school that I graduated from 40 years ago. And I had my interview yesterday. So I got there early, of course, because to me, if you're not there 15 minutes early, you're 20 minutes late. That's just how my brain works. So I get there early and I go into the office and the girl says, it's going to be closer to your actual time, which was 11 o'clock. He's in a meeting. I said, that's fine. I'm retired. That's fine. So I'm sitting there I'm writing in my notebook. I'm doing things about, the channel, this and that, keeping myself busy. And finally I'm like, wow, it's been a while. And I look up and it was 10 after 11 and he still hadn't come out. And I'm like, huh, whatever, and she saw me look up and check the time. And she's like, oh, they should be just finishing up. I'm like, that's fine. So finally at 20 after 11, he comes out of the office. And I thought I'd make a joke out of it. So he comes out and he's like, hey, I'm so sorry. And all I did was said, you're a little late. And he cracked up. So it was a really cool feeling to be able to go into an interview and just kind of talk to somebody like you're hanging out having lunch or whatever. It was really fun. I had a good time. I was actually sad when it was over. So he had questions and he's asking me all these questions, and they were fun questions like, okay, little Johnny has been sent down to the office and sent back, and he's back in the class now and he refuses to do his work. What are you going to do? The other part of me is like, I'm going to tell him I don't care, don't do it. But the right thing to say is, I said, there's obviously a reason why the kid doesn't want to do it. Either he's bored, something else is going on in his head, something. I said, so try to just talk to the kid and see why he doesn't want to do it. That's all. Get down to their level. Instead of being like, I'm the authority person and you're the student, kind of even it out and be like, all right, let's chat. Why don't you want to do it? Do you think it's a waste of time? I wouldn't give them those options, but I'd be like, tell me why you don't want to do it. Or is there a different way you'd like to do it? Stuff like that. So he was really impressed with that answer. And then he's like, tell me a time when you had to compromise. And I was like, how about every single day of my job for 20 years? But I found him a good example and I told him that. And he's like, how about an example where you had to take somebody who wasn't happy and calm them down and make them feel better? And I was like, again, every single day. And I said, see question 1. And it was funny because when I answered like that, he was laughing, I was laughing. It was good. And within 5 minutes, he was actually talking to me like, okay, when you're here, we'll put you in. He was already talking to me like I worked there. And the funny thing is, I just got a message from them that they wanted me to sub today. I haven't even filled out paperwork or anything, but it's so exciting. It's so exciting on many levels. One, I'm going to be a teacher's aide. How fun is that? I don't even really know what I'm in for, and I can't wait. Number 2, I knocked that interview out of the park. It was awesome. It felt good to walk in there, just be yourself. I wish my younger me could feel like I did in that interview yesterday. Had, my younger me going to other interviews could walk in with the self-confidence and everything that I had yesterday. It was awesome. So anyway, I got the job, and now I'm just waiting. Obviously, I was waiting for them to call me, and I messaged her back, and I was like, I'm so sorry. I said, you told me you had to wait for like the clearance because you got to do your fingerprints and all that stuff. I said, I didn't even expect to hear from you today. I said, I have plans for the day. I said, but I'm available the rest of the week if you need me. So she's like, no, I know. I was just checking, just seeing if I could. So that was cool. It was a good day. It was a great time. So I got that done. And then I have been having the froggets lately. So I would start a project, frog it out. Start another one, frog it out. Started to frog it out. So I got the I gotta finishes. I don't know if you know that, but that's a condition I get. The I gotta finish some things. So I was looking at this yarn because I was doing my dishes, and I had made myself a scrubby for the sink, and I loved it, and I still love it. I use it every time I do dishes. So I was like, why not make another one, but improve on it? So here's the set that I made, and I'm putting up a tutorial for this as soon as I'm done here. So this is, and I have an official name. It is my interlocking double half double dishcloth. And when you watch the tutorial, you'll know why it's a double half double. So an interlocking double half double dishcloth. 2 sizes with little extra scrubby bobbles. When you were a kid, did you watch Electric Company and they talked Ubble Dubby? That's what I feel. The scrubby bubbles, scrubby bobbles, scrubby. Anyway, I think this coffee has too much caffeine in it for me. I think that's what's going on. So anyway, I'm putting that tutorial up, but I'm also going to make a few more sets. These are perfect. This one I'll use in the kitchen here to replace the single one that I have. And then I'm going to make some sets for my camper. And then I'm going to make some sets for my friends who camp. And you know who you are. So just let me know what color you want. I'll make some for my brother, my sisters, my niece, anybody with a camper. I'll make them a set. Because it's really, I mean, it hangs right in the camper. It's right there. You know where it is. And they're scratchy. So the yarn I used is that yarn that I found at Goodwill. It's out of business, but you can pretty much use any cotton or scrubby yarn. What's that yarn? It's scrubby, right? The scrubby yarn. So that's what I recommend for that. But I mean, the cotton yarn would work great, but you're not going to get the scouring effect like you will with this. I really like it. So, all right. So yesterday I took little Mr. Fritzy, who's right here. I took him out for a little bit, and I did not have a chance to get a picture of this, but as you know, I live right on the river, and there's wildlife. We have a video. Mr. Fortunate called me the other day. He's like, check the Ring camera at about midnight. I'm like, okay. So I checked it, and sure enough, there was a coyote just walking, just trotting up the road. I'm like, oh, okay. Which is about 3 feet from our front door. Okay, so there's wildlife. We've had bobcats, we've had fox, all that on the camera. That's part of the reason why I have the cameras where I do, because we have a wooded lot on the other side, so you know there's wildlife going on, and I love watching wildlife. So anyway, I took Fritzy out yesterday, and I had made him a little fenced-in yard, and so that he can run. He needs to get exercise on his new diet. Well, so do I. But anyway, so I have him chasing sticks and chasing the ball and this and that. And I'm standing there looking out. You know, he's chewing on a stick or playing. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. And I look up, because I'm always looking up. And now I'll use this as an example. Fritz and I are here in the pen, okay? And the river's right here. I'll hold it up like this. The river's right here. And the neighbor's house is right here. And all of a sudden I hear like wings. Like you could hear, and I look up, and there was an adult eagle, probably about 15 feet in the air, about 3 feet off the shore. I don't know if he was looking at us or looking at Fritz. I don't know. I don't know what he was doing. He was a yard down, but he was close. And the good thing is, Fritz reacted to me instantly. I just said, Fritz, come, and boom. He came right to, he didn't think about it. He must have known the tone of my voice, or he saw the eagle. I don't know which. But he was right up and in my arms in a flash, and all is well. And like I said, I can't say that the eagle was looking at us, but I prefer to err on the side of caution and make sure I keep an eye on him. So that happened. It was so nice yesterday. Now, a couple days ago, it was 60 degrees. So I'm like, yes, I'm going outside. I'm going to take Fritzy out. We're going to go outside. And the wind off the river was so cold. He and I froze. I'm like, okay, no. And that's 60 degrees. I'm like, it's beautiful, but it was cloudy and it was windy. So yesterday, it was about 31 degrees, but it was calm. It was no wind. And Fritzy and I played outside for almost an hour before the eagle thing. But it's all a matter of the wind, the breeze coming off the river. If you look through my short videos, you'll see one that says, which way is the river flowing? And it's because the wind is blowing so hard, the river looks like it's flowing north. So it's it gets crazy windy here. So, and speaking of our yard, I think I'm going to order a couple more sections of that little fence and give him a bigger yard to run. He really enjoys being able to run without having a leash on. And he's such a good boy that when I let him out the door, walking next to me, I'm like, all right, let's go to your yard. And he goes right in. He doesn't run, doesn't go anywhere. And then when it's time to go in the house, I say, okay, let's go up, because we got to go up the stairs to the deck, because our deck is about 6 feet off the ground. All I do is say, okay, up, and he runs right up the stairs and waits for me. So now that I have him trained that he has his own area, he doesn't run anywhere, and I like that. Before that, he'd go over to the neighbor's house, and he just likes it over there. He's not doing anything wrong. He might go potty a little bit, but I pick that up. Yeah, this yard is definitely a good thing. So I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. I was going to wait until the spring thaw to see how, because the river's coming up on that yard. We know that it always does. I want to see how it fares through the spring thaw before I add another section to it. So, Fritzy, what are you doing? He's so cute. I look over and he's flat on his back with his feet up. He's so over hanging out in this room with me. So I have so many plants in here now. I'm just looking around. I'm like, wow. That's all right. I'm going to find homes for them. Those babies, these babies have to get, some of them have to get into dirt. These tall ones, like you can see, I've got my nursery in levels. These are the tall ones, these are the medium, and these are the babies. The tall ones definitely need to get into some dirt. I actually put some dirt in the water so they would get some of the nutrients from the potting soil. I just don't have enough pots to put them in, and I don't have enough places to put them. If I do, I'm gonna have to, maybe I'll hang some. I'm gonna have to, I don't want to put holes anywhere, and I don't think the command strips are strong enough. That's my quandary. I don't want to hang up a plant to have it come crashing down because it's too heavy for the strip I have it on. So I'm going to have to screw something into the window jamb. I'm looking at it because it's right there. But I guess if I put one in each window, that might work. I'll put 2 in this one because I'm in here a lot. So, all right, what am I looking at? 18 minutes. I guess I could get myself going. I have that other tutorial to put up. It was actually fun making the tutorial. I know I said I wasn't going to do them because there's so many people doing them, but I did say I would do them if they were my own creations. And I believe it might be known as something else, but the interlocking double half double is my new stitch. And wait till you feel, I love this, how puffy it is. So, and maybe I will make this, like I'll make a couple sets of them and make them giveaways for my live weekends, Coffee with Kim. I'm really having fun with those too. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. All right, if you're new, welcome. Thank you for staying for the whole video. Please give me a like if you had fun. Go ahead and subscribe if you have not. Check out all of my other playlists. I got a bunch of them on there. some fun things, make you laugh. I also have a link to my Buy Me a Cup of Coffee page. Anything on there is greatly appreciated, especially with shipping out all of the things that people are winning now on the weekends. So all of that shipping comes out of the channel, and nothing's going into the channel right now. So I totally appreciate any cups of coffee you guys would like to buy me. Let's see, what else? I got my Etsy store, and again, I'm putting more and more up in there every day, so check it out. Join our Facebook group. That's fun. We're up to 51 people on there, and we're starting to get some really good posts and stuff, so it's really cool. So, all right, I am done babbling. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Remember to be creative. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.